There are more than 7 million millionaires in the United States today, and most of them are self-made. Fully 74% of these millionaires achieve their wealth from starting and building their own successful businesses. And what hundreds of thousands and millions of other people have done, you can do as well. What you are about to learn can save you thousands of dollars in many months or even years of hard work in making your business a success. Not long ago in Dallas, a young entrepreneur told me that one idea in this program, which he didn't know, had cost him 8 years of frustration, fruitless effort, and more than $100,000 in lost money. Another young man from Tampa told me he began listening to these ideas when he was unemployed and living at home. Today, he's a millionaire with businesses in 3 states. A woman in Sacramento told me she started using these ideas when she was divorced and broke. Today, she has a company with 32 staff, a new husband, a beautiful home, and a big bank account. I've personally paid dearly to learn these key lessons. After working for different companies for 15 years, I thought I was ready to start my own business, so one day I just did it. That was probably the only thing I did right at the beginning, getting started in the first place. Over the next 2 years, I spent or lost everything I had acquired in my adult life. I learned to sell again. I sold my house. I sold my car. I sold my furniture and everything else that anyone would pay me for. I borrowed from my friends and family to put food on the table for my wife and 2 little children. Then I got smart. I began asking, why are some businesses more successful than others? I set out to find the answers. I read everything I could find and tried it out. I listened to audio programs and attended seminars. I asked for advice from other entrepreneurs, and gradually, I turned my business around. Today, I have a multi-million-dollar business with activities in 17 countries. I live in a beautiful home on a golf course in San Diego. In the last 15 years, I have taught these principles to more than 500 companies, from small entrepreneurial businesses to Fortune 500 corporations. What I've proven is that these ideas are simple, practical, and easy to apply. Individuals and organizations that apply these strategies increase their sales and cash flow, reduce their costs, and boost their profits, sometimes in a matter of weeks. What you are about to learn can help you more than you can imagine if you take these ideas seriously and put them to work. You've heard it said that 80% of new businesses fail in the first 2 years. Well, 90% of businesses started by people who know what they're doing are still going and growing 5 years later. This should be your goal as well. This is the age of the entrepreneur. More people are starting more businesses in more different fields today than has ever happened in all of American business history. And what other successful entrepreneurs and business people are doing, you can do as well if you just learn how. Remember this: successful business people are not smarter than you, and they're not better than you. They are usually just ordinary people who have figured out how to do it right before their competitors did. And that's what you will learn: great ways to starting and building a successful business. Let's begin. Number 1, decide exactly what you want. The most important word in success is the word clarity. You must be absolutely clear about what it is you really want from your business. You must be clear about what it is you are doing and why you are doing it at every step of your business and personal life. It's been said that fanaticism is redoubling your efforts after your aim has been forgotten. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting to get different results. Successful business people are intensely goal-oriented. They know exactly what they want, and they are working toward the achievement of their goals every single day. As a result, they accomplish far, far more than the average person in every area of life. You will only be successful starting and building your own business if you are crystal clear about why you are doing it in the first place and how it fits into the rest of your life. The more you think about your true goals and how to achieve them, the more efficient and effective you will be. Here's a simple 7-part goal-setting formula you can use to set and achieve any goal for the rest of your business life. First, decide exactly what you want. Most people never do this. Second, write it down. A goal that is not in writing is merely a wish or a fantasy. Third, set a deadline and set sub-deadlines if the goal is big enough or long enough. Step number 4 is for you to make a list of everything you'll have to do to achieve your goal, whether it is a certain level of sales, profitability, or any other objective of your business or personal life. Fifth, organize your list into a plan by setting priorities on the various activities. Decide what you should do first, what you should do second. Decide what is more important and what is less important. The 6th step is for you to take action on your plan immediately. Develop a sense of urgency. Do it now. All successful entrepreneurs are intensely action-oriented. They are busy all the time doing something that moves them toward the achievement of their goals. And step number 7 in this goal-achieving formula, perhaps the most important, is for you to do something every single day that moves you toward your most important goal, whatever it is at that time. Develop the power of momentum in your personal and business life. Once you get going, keep going until your goal is achieved. Here is perhaps the best goal-setting exercise you will ever learn. You can practice it over and over again throughout your career. You start with a blank sheet of paper. You then make a list of 10 goals that you want to accomplish in the next 12 months. Write your goals in the present tense, as if they were already a reality, and start every goal with the word I. For example, you would write, I sell X number of dollars of my product or service each month. Or you could write, I earn X number of dollars of profit each month. Once you have your list of goals, go back over it and select the one goal that could have the greatest positive impact on your business if you were to achieve it. Take that number 1 goal, your major definite purpose, and write it at the top of a separate sheet of paper. Then, set a deadline. Make a plan. Take action on your plan and resolve to do something every single day until you achieve that goal. This simple exercise will keep you focused, enable you to concentrate your powers, unleash your creativity, increase your energy, and change your life. Just give it a try and see for yourself. Number 2, determine if entrepreneurship is right for you. Only about 5% of people are suited to start and build their own businesses. The other 95% are much happier and much more effective working with other people within larger businesses or organizations. You must decide if you are cut out to be an entrepreneur at the very beginning if you're going to be successful in the long run. The primary motivation for becoming an entrepreneur is not money, but freedom. To be successful as an entrepreneur, your desire for personal freedom and personal control must be so great that it overwhelms all of the other sacrifices and difficulties you will experience. The average entrepreneur works 60 hours per week, about 6 days each week, and often long into the night. When you start your own business, you must be prepared to work hard for 4 to 7 years before you achieve the success you desire. The 2 most important ingredients for entrepreneurship are, first of all, the courage to take great risks with your time and your money, and second of all, the persistence to endure month after month and year after year until you finally succeed. Fully 80% of people who leave the security of a salaried job to start their own businesses find that it is not the right career choice for them. They quickly become discouraged at the long hours and unending problems. They find that they're not happy working alone and being responsible for everything, including sweeping the floors and cleaning the toilets. They need the comfort, companionship, and security of working within a larger organization where they can specialize and where there are people around them to do many of the support tasks. Your primary goal in life should be to be happy. You'll only be happy as an entrepreneur if you really love what you're doing and if you're capable of throwing your whole heart into building your business year after year with very little to show for it at the beginning. The time to decide if entrepreneurship is right for you is before you launch, not later on after you've invested months of your life and lost thousands of your hard-earned dollars. Number 3, select the right business for you. Starting a business is like getting married. There must be a high level of compatibility between the person you are on the inside and the type of business you are thinking of getting into on the outside. Some people fail in one kind of business and succeed greatly in another because they were not suited to one kind of enterprise and were ideally suited for something else. Ralph Waldo Emerson once wrote that nothing succeeds without enthusiasm. Your ability to develop and sustain a high level of enthusiasm for what you're doing is essential for you to keep on keeping on in the face of obstacles and difficulties. You'll only be successful producing and selling a product or service that you really believe in and care about, something you'd be happy selling to your father, mother, or best friend. So begin with your own talents, your own abilities, experience, knowledge, interest, and background. You'll only be successful doing something that you really enjoy, something that interests you, something that absorbs you and grabs your attention. When you look back over your previous activities, you'll find that there have been products, services, and activities that you were attracted to. These can be good indicators of the kind of business you should be in today. Remember, you'll always be most successful doing something or marketing something that you really love. When you start a business, begin by looking for something that is an improvement on an existing product or service rather than something that's brand new. Look for something that you can bring to the market cheaper, faster, easier, of better quality, or with additional features or benefits. Remember, an idea only needs to be 10% new and better to capture substantial market share. Read everything you can find about potential businesses. Keep your eyes open for a product or service that people need, but which no one is offering. Talk to your friends. Look around you in your own job or field. There may be $1 million idea staring you in the face in the form of something that you think someone should be offering to the market in which you live and work. Keep your eyes and ears alert and open to new business opportunities occurring around you. Especially, listen to your inner voice. What sort of product or service would you really like to bring to the market and build a successful business around? This is the starting point of starting your own business. Number 4, identify your customers clearly. The most important single question in market research and sales planning is the question, who is my customer? The failure to answer this question with great clarity is the number one reason why businesses fail. Because they're not clear about their customer, they produce a product or service for a customer who does not exist or who does not exist in sufficient quantity to make the business successful. Who is your customer exactly? Describe him or her in detail. What is his or her age? What sort of education does he or she have? What is his or her income? What sort of work does he or she do, and at what level? What sort of background or experience does he or she have, especially as it relates to your product or service? What kind of interests, beliefs, values, or attitudes does he or she have? Take all this information and write out a description of your ideal customer, the perfect customer for the product or service you are thinking of offering. You then ask yourself, why does my customer buy this product? What does my potential customer consider to be value in what I sell? What benefits does he or she seek? What is the primary motivation that causes my customer to buy what I sell or what I'm thinking of selling? What does my product or service do for my customer? What is the most important benefit that my customer enjoys from using my product or service? And above all, what does my customer have to be convinced of to buy this product or service from me rather than from someone else? For a new product or service business to enter the market, it must be better by a factor of 3. It must be faster, cheaper, or easier to use. It must be better in some important way or contain additional features and benefits. It must be sold more professionally, more efficiently delivered, and more rapidly serviced. In what 3 ways is your product or service superior to what is already available? Is the market for your product or service large enough? Are there enough potential customers to make your business a success? Is your market concentrated enough? Can you reach your market with sufficient advertising, promotional, and selling activities to sell enough and make a sufficient profit? Whenever a company, large or small, is having problems with sales and cash flow, like many of the internet companies today, it can almost always be traced back to a failure of the company to correctly identify the potential customer and then to reach that customer in sufficient quantity and get them to buy in a timely and cost-effective manner.